So this is the set that we created today. If you're interested in seeing how I made this come to life, stay tuned. I was trying to focus on the time in the movie where they are about to get married. So that's it, bestie. Let's get started. Hello, my beautiful besties. It's your girl Nelly. If you're part of my nail crew, welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now and become part of my amazing nail crew. I am very excited. I know I always say that, but I always get excited with each new set. So for today, like you saw earlier, we're going to be using JustNikkie decals, and these are the Beetlejuice decals that I had requested, and she came through. So I can't wait to play with these bad boys. And I do show you how to use them if you're not familiar with water transfer decals. These are the colors that I chose for today's set. All three colors were created by me. All three colors have reflective glitter. However, the green doesn't really show it much. I think I was a little scared because I used pigment and I was not trying to mess with the consistency of the acrylic. I'm still in the learning process on how much to add when it comes to mixing acrylics. So just to show you this is what the colors look like. As you can see, they are beautiful, very reflective, but I definitely think that I should add more reflective to that green. And I have been working on something very new. Check this out. Let me know your thoughts. I am super excited. This is my very first actual 3D flower. I cannot wait to continue to practice on this. I am very proud of myself. I actually practice using those colors because I happen to have them on my desk. Everything has been on my desk for like a week, but because I've been sick, yeah, I didn't do the video. So here, I had already applied my peel off method as usual. I applied my tips and I do apply a layer of clear acrylic. And this is just to make sure that if I bump one of the nails, they don't come off. So for the images, I decided to choose these two. It was actually perfect, the fact that she was wearing the red dress, because that's the part of the movie where he's kind of forcing her to marry him in order to help the other two ghosts. So this is how I use the water transfer decals. There's many ways people do it. Some people just like to cut the water transfer decal and use a bigger bowl and just dip them in there and wait a little bit, and automatically the paper it comes off actually. However, for myself, I find it easier to just use a stamper. And as you can see, I'm going to slowly start to remove it, and then boom, you have your image. Now, regarding these water transfer decals, I've noticed that I need to use a color background, um, preferably a white background, so that the image can pop. So I learned that using them with a previous set that I did. Um, I still have to learn like how long the transfer decal is, because I didn't put enough white on my middle finger and I had to end up doing it underneath. It was a hot mess. Anyways, so after it dries, because I was just using the Miniology regular lacquer white. I was being too lazy. I didn't want to grab my white gel. So to protect it, and it's a habit of mine, whenever I'm using water transfer decals, I do apply a layer of base coat. This helps me move the image to my liking. And as you can see, you're going to see me play with it a little bit until I'm completely satisfied. Yes, the image is bigger than the nail, which I don't mind that at all. I actually like it better this way than having a smaller decal, and then I don't know what else to do. It's all preference. But she came through. She absolutely came through with these water transfer decals. I am beyond grateful. I am beyond proud of her. So thank you so much, Nikki. If you're watching this video, I will have the link in my description box. Actually, the bracelets that you see me use are also from her website. Absolutely amazing. Definitely check her out. So after I cure it and I cut the excess image from my nail, I do like to go in, since I use acrylic, and I add a layer of base coat just to protect the image. Some people use regular top coat. I, however, don't like doing that because I find it hard for the acrylic to kind of attach to the non-white top coat. So right now for the cover color, I'm going to be using Mystic Krylix, and that was the name of it. I think it's reflective mauve color. I don't know if I pronounced it right. It is a beautiful color, and I love the fact that it's reflective. It's very easy to use. I would also have the link to her website in my description box in case you guys are interested. I've been using her acrylics for a really, really, really long time, and I really enjoy it. I do want to apologize if I sound sick. I still am. I feel a little bit better though. I'm not coughing as much, but I'm pretty sure you can tell the difference in my voice. And if you hear me doing, clearing my throat, it's for a reason. So I hope you don't mind. At least now I can laugh. First, I couldn't even laugh because every time I laugh, I will start coughing automatically. So it was a really bad cold, and it just wouldn't leave me alone. Everybody at the house got sick. It started with my kids. It was just a cold. And then, at first it started with the little one, then the big one got sick, then hubby got sick, then I was the last one to get sick. And with me, it got worse. It wasn't just a cold and turned into asthma and all that junk, so I had to really take care of myself. And I am over it. I cannot wait to get completely better so I can sing you the bestie song without trying to lose a lung while I'm coughing. Oh my God. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing a full cover of this color. I'm not focusing on building up the nail with this color at all. Why? Because I'm trying to make it last. And I'm not the first person to do this. A lot of people, whether it's a cover color or whatever color they use, they choose not to build the nail with the acrylic. They just build the nail with the clear. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do, bestie. So, I was excited for these nails, and I repeat the same process for the pinky. However, I don't show it. Um, and the reason I don't show it is, because I'm trying not to be repetitive. Here, I'm just going to do some color blocking. This bead, it was too wet, to be honest. So that's why you're going to kind of see me play with it a little bit. I should have cut some of the footage, but then again, we make mistakes. Everybody should be able to see that. Nobody's perfect. I've never claimed to be a professional. If you've been here before, I say that all the time. I am not a professional. I just like to share my journey, and I like to show you that if I can do it, you can definitely do it too. This is something that acrylic has been a journey for me, actually. The nail journey in itself is a journey, but the acrylic, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it all depends on the temperature of the room. So if it's summer, you need to learn how to work with your acrylic with using butter beads. Now that it's starting to get colder, you should use a little bit of drier beads because it's going to be a hot mess. So, it all depends. I mean, technically it's the same with like every other product. I've noticed with like polygel, for example, depending on the consistency of the polygel, if it's too soft, put it in the fridge. If it's summertime, usually when it's winter, it doesn't really give you that much trouble because it's already cold or sometimes somewhat cold in the room. But if it's summer, that's gonna be very hard for you to work with. So that's why I usually tend to tell people if the polygel has too soft of a consistency, just put it in the fridge or just grab a cup, some ice, stick it in there for a little bit and don't take it out until you're gonna use it. Um, and if it's winter, in regards to hard gel, just buy, they sell, it's called, I think it's called a cup warmer or something like that. You can use that. I know I've seen Lissette use it because it changes the consistency of the hard gel. It makes it depending of the on the viscosity of it. It really changes the consistency. It makes it a little bit either too stiff, and if it's the summer, it goes back to its original consistency. So it's all a learning curve with everything. So acrylic has definitely been one of those learning curves. And I am trying to teach myself new things. Um, Everything that I do, I've taught myself how to do it. Um, this particular nail, for example, I'm going to do a marble. I've always done marble. Well, not always, but I've always found them fascinating, like very beautiful, because you can try it in all 10 fingers and not one of them is going to look the same. So my suggestion, if you want to learn how to do marbles on your nails using acrylic, use very wet beads. Even if that means it's going to be messy, it is going to be messy. All you have to make sure is that the side walls and the cuticle area are not flooded. That's all you got to do. But do not brush the surface because you're gonna definitely ruin the sign. So that's why you only see me kind of tuck in the sidewalls. Yeah. So this nail was very interesting. I'm sorry that it really goes in and out of focus with the mess that I have already on my table. But um it was quite interesting doing this nail because I was trying to incorporate all three colors, the green, the purple, and the black. So that's why you see I use a really big bead of either the purple or the green. Then I use a medium sized bead for the other color, whether it's the green or the purple, and a very small bead for the black. But if you can see, as small as I make that black bead, it kind of, since it's such a dark color, I have to be very careful because it kind of takes over. If I mix it too much, it'll become too dark. So you gotta kind of have to play with it a little bit if you're using black in your colors. Of course, you have to be careful with, whatever marble you're doing, because depending on how many colors you use, you might turn it into one. So that's like the only thing I would ask you or suggest you to, be on the lookout for. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't really have any complaints. Um, and next thing to do is the encapsulation. So I am going to show you just one nail when I'm encapsulating. I am using Nagelly Dejesus Clear. You guys have heard me brag about this acrylic forever. I love it. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but it does work for me. And, you're going to see how beautiful it looks. The image, I'm saying, how beautiful it looks once after it's completely shaped and buffed. Like, it's a really good clear acrylic. Um, and I enjoy using it. So I do have a discount code also for Melody Susie. If you guys are ever interested and you want to save some coins, definitely give it a try if you want. If it doesn't work for you, I'm sorry. Um, you know, but again, I like to say this on and on again. What works for me may not work for you, and what works for you just might not work for me. You know what I'm saying? And it's all agree to disagree, and it's nothing to be upset about. You know what I'm saying? I have a reason why I'm saying that. you know, but I'm not really going to talk about that point right now. So going back to the set, I wanted to focus this set on that particular scene of the movie. Whenever I'm working on a set and it has characters, like movie characters or whatever, I like to go and watch the movie to see if it inspires me to do something different, because there's a lot people at this time of year do a lot of Beetlejuice nails. That's all you see all over the internet. At least that's how I've seen it. I've seen a lot of, and everybody gets really creative and it's very beautiful. I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. I knew I had the image. I knew I had created the colors. However, I didn't know what to do with the set. I know I wanted to do a painted Frenchie, and that is thanks to Momo Nail Creation. She's been practicing Frenchies for a long time, and I know for a fact, shout out to you, beautiful. I know for a fact she has inspired many people to do it, and I'm one of those people. Um, when it comes to polishes and painting, I am so bad, bestie. I am the worst. So that's why you don't really see me doing it. But it comes to a point in your nail journey where you become somewhat good at what you're doing that you have to challenge yourself. You have to complicate yourself. You have to complicate your life with something new. That's why I was trying the other type of 3 flowers. So, anyways, this is what the nails are looking like after they are encapsulated. And this is what the nails are looking like after shaping and filing. So I prefer not to show the shaping and filing because it takes too long and it makes the video even longer. So I am going to be brave right now and I'm going to do a Frenchie, a painted Frenchie. And I'm going to use those Nail Reserve gel polishes. But before I do that, I'm going to go in with Madame Glam Snow White Top Coat. The reason for this is so that in case I make a mistake, which I knew I was going to do, it went well, really. I'm like over criticizing myself. It went pretty well. I can't complain. So after I apply the top coat, I give it a full 60-second cure, but it just makes it easier in case you make any mistakes. You can just go in and wipe it and it's easier, you know. So watching Momo really inspired me. Somebody else that inspired me was Kiara Creations, and she's been practicing on her Frenchies too. I'm telling you, everybody's in a roll. Doing Frenchies, painted Frenchies, because they're hard to do. Like, not really hard, but they're complicated, especially if you're doing them on someone else. I don't do other people's nails. I just find it hard because me and the brush are not besties. Like the painting brushes. I have some. I have a few in my drawer, and they've been there for years, and that's because I've never been really brave enough to actually use them, like to do nail art. I don't know. I find nail art very beautiful, like mesmerizing. But when it comes to me doing it, I'd be like, nope, nope, I'm sorry. That's not me. Anyways, so I did do just one coat. I would have preferred to use painting gels because they are more opaque and they're more solid. However, I don't have any because again, I don't do really nail art. So I was using what I had. So one of the things that I learned from Momo was that fact that she said you have to saturate. I can't pronounce the word, bro. You have to really make sure that the brush has enough gel, completely saturated. That's the word. Okay. And then, just make sure to balance your hand. If you're trying to do straight lines like me, I always like to say I can't do a straight line to save my life. As you can see, I'm trying here to fix it. I don't know if I made it worse. I know that I made it work somehow. I don't know how. It's not perfect, but I love it. You know why? Because I did that. So, and I'm very proud of myself for doing this. Actually, I'm very, very proud of myself, to be honest. So, anyways, let me start giving shout outs. So, shout out to everyone who takes the time to watch my videos. Shout out to everyone who likes, comments, and share my videos. It helps me out a lot here on YouTube. Shout out to everyone who's new to my channel. Welcome to my Nagelly. Thank you so much for joining the crew. Shout out to my moderators. Thank you so much for your love and support. Shout out to my Patreons. Thank you so, so much for your love, support, and donation to my channel. I am very grateful and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Um, so thank you. I do offer memberships. It is $4.99 subscription every month. I do have 2 bling classes up there. I haven't done anything else recently with my members, to be honest, but maybe we'll get creative one of these days and we decide to do something new. I'm pretty sure I know what they will want to see, maybe more bling or just 3D flowers in general, which I'm definitely down to do with them. Anyways, just let me know if you're one of my members and we'll get to working on that. So I wanted to add a green line on the French area. And I also wanted to do, that those green drips or drops or whatever you want to call them. So I was very confident when I saw this green, but it turns out it's a little light. So I kind of had to use a little extra on the brush to make it pop. And I did do 2 coats of it. So um, I do have a discount code with Born Pretty. I think it still works. It is linked in my description box. If you ever want to purchase anything from Born Pretty, I have several discount codes. Definitely check them out. Um, and try to save some coins, bestie. I don't really gain anything from it, to be quite honest. It's just a link for you guys to just get a discount. So, I mean, just trying to help you out, bestie. Anyways, so that was my goal with this. And then I did decided to add a bow to this nail. And oh, it made it look so beautiful. It was so, so beautiful. I don't think I showed you when I added the bow, but then I do later on show you how it looks like with the bow. As you can see, with the second coat of that green, it actually made it pop and it made it look better. So this is what it looks like after I added that bow. And it was just perfect. I freaking love it. I don't know why. Those, I'm so proud of myself that those are my favorite nails. So now I'm going to do the sandworm. I don't know what the name of it is. And I'm using this non-stick gel from Born Pretty. And I decided to turn it around the pot so you can see. You could have paused the video or you can go back and pause it and read it. I know you should not use touch gel just like this. Unfortunately for this, it sticks to your gloves. So the reason it's not sticking to this wax paper, as you saw, is because I added a little bit of water. So that is the trick, actually, to help it not stick too much to whatever surface it is on. So I stretched that out as thin as I could because I didn't want it to be too thick. And then I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, how am I going to add this to? So I decided to try to do a shape of a heart because, like I said, I was trying to concentrate on that scene where they're about to get married. And I love that scene because she's in this very puffy, big red wedding dress. And, he has his red suit and he's looking. I'm talking about the original movie, by the way. I haven't seen the new movie. I've watched it. But I'm talking about the original movie. But yeah, I don't know. I was watching the movie the other day. I actually watched it like twice before I even started doing the set because again, I've been sick. So I plan how I wanted to do the set and I see everyone set it. I'm like, I don't want to do the same thing. I want to do something different. Even if it looks crazy, even if, you know, I mean, I'm aware that some people might not like how it looks. I like it. You know why? Because I did it and it's something that you don't really normally see. So I was like, hmm, what if I use that and I turn it into like a shape of a heart, and I try to focus on that scene of the movie where they're about to get married, which is a very hilarious um part of the movie. And you actually see that um I don't know, some people call it snake, but it's actually like a sand um worm or something, and it actually pops in that same image, like that same scene actually. So that's why I wanted to incorporate everything. I did decided to add some roses. Now let me be very clear, bestie. Those roses that I added, those are made with gel. And I have a mold that I purchased from Red Iguana, and it makes beautiful, beautiful roses. Um, I cannot remember how much I paid. I don't know if I paid $20 for the mold. I know it's quite pricey, but it's worth it because it gives you really beautiful, real looking roses. So that's the reason why I purchased it. So after I cured everything, I did the lines on the sand worm, whatever you want to call it. And then I go in to add the flowers because again, I'm just trying to focus on the scene where they're about to get married. And since her dress, as you can see, is red, I figured let me add some red roses and some red rhinestones. I did added some pearls, silver pearls. I don't even know why, but that's what I chose to use. Again, I was just trying to be creative and try to make this set to look better, I guess. I don't know. Trying to make it look pretty. So, I hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you are, don't forget to give this video a like, comment. If you like the content, please subscribe. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers, by the way. I hope you are here for the long run and I hope you enjoy my content. Um, and here is the finished look. I didn't show you the bling placement because it was already a long video and I didn't want to take too much of your time. But thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know which one was your favorite nail. This one I'm actually very proud of. So I might say this one because, I'm not really good with nail art. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So thank you so much. I love you guys and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye.